Thank you for joining us live here at Soi Dog. We are actually in Phuket, Thailand. My name is Nicole and I will be showing you a little bit about physiotherapy. Right now, I'm actually standing outside the new dog hospital that was built in 2016. Everything you're seeing here today is actually donation-based. The government does not fund Soi Dog whatsoever. It's a very impressive facility. We treat up to 200 dogs per day, and I think just over 3,000 last year. So this facility is absolutely amazing. Again, we are coming to you live from Soi Dog in Phuket, Thailand. So thank you for joining us. And I just want to remind everyone to like and share this video. We're really just trying to get the interaction going with as many people as possible and getting people caring about what Soi Dog is doing. For those of you that support us already, thank you so much, and hopefully you'll find this pretty impressive. Like I said today, we're actually going to go meet one of the physiotherapy vets here. We have a very large staff, but today you'll be meeting Dr. Priya, and she'll be taking us through about 3 different sessions of physiotherapy with some of her dog patients. So follow me, we'll go meet Dr. Priya. Hello.
Hey Nicole, how's it going?
It's good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
This is Dr. Priya, everyone, and today she's going to show us some physiotherapy sessions. So what's going on today?
Today we have a treat for all you Soi Dog supporters out there. We've got 2 of our long-standing patients. Here we have Stallone in the hydrotherapy unit, and Kunjat is working with Stallone. So Kunjat is one of our supportive staff here at the physiotherapy department. He's been working here for 2 years. And over there we have Wiko and Kun So, who has been a longer member of staff here at the Soi Dog Foundation. He's been here for 6 years and he's working with Wiko today.
How old is Stallone?
So Stallone's about 8 years old.
Oh,
of course, we're just guessing his age because we can't be too sure with the street dogs here.
Okay.
Stallone's about 8 years old and Wiko is about 5 years old. So both of them have actually had motor vehicle accidents which have caused them to sustain nervous injury, and that's why they've been here at the physiotherapy department for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how exactly does this work for Stallone then?
Alright, so Stallone, when he first came into the hospital, this was in early November last year, he was completely recumbent. He was unable to get up. He was conscious, but his body was unable to move. So initially with physio, once we got through his medical problems, what we did is we filled up the hydrotherapy unit and made him swim. And because he couldn't wait there, swimming was a great way for him to stimulate his nerves and muscles and get them working. And we did the swimming 3 times a week, so Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. And after about 2.5 weeks of just swimming, nothing else, he was strong enough to actually support his body weight. Yeah, it was really amazing. And when he was able to stand and take a few steps on his own, then we put him in the underwater treadmill, meaning that he has to walk with the rotating belt moving underneath him. Yeah. So Stallone started physio about 2 months ago, and initially, like I said, he was unable to support his body weight, he was unable to walk, and what you're seeing now is pretty amazing. Yeah. So the reason I've chosen the hydrotherapy for Stallone is mainly because I wanted him to learn how to move with all 4 legs. So Stallone has sustained an injury to his right forelimb, and his muscles and nerves are weaker in the right forelimb compared to the rest of his body. So the rest of his body recovered really well. He's struggling a little bit with his right forelimb. And with being in a hydrotherapy machine, he needs to walk with all 4 legs. It's very difficult for a dog to hobble around in 3 legs in a hydrotherapy unit. And the other thing that Stallone benefits from is actually strengthening his muscles as he makes his way forward through the water. So, and he's doing really well. He's a lot stronger, he's able to stand upright, and like I said, he's using the leg more consistently these days. Yeah.
How many dogs would you normally treat with hydrotherapy in a day?
So with physiotherapy, we don't just do hydrotherapy. It really depends on a case-by-case basis. But we have about 25 dogs in physiotherapy. On a daily basis, we would see about 20 at any one time. The frequency of therapy really depends. Some dogs are here on a daily basis, especially initially on in the physiotherapy regime when they're getting a lot of pain management. So we do laser therapy alternated with electrotherapy. And once you're on a strengthening regime, so exercise regime, then they come in only 3 times a week. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, or Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Yeah.
How long will he stay in the water for right now?
So he does a 2-minute session, and we do that 3 times. But since he's doing really well, he may even be in the water longer. So because street dogs are better off to do shorter sessions but more frequently rather than one long session, because if they associate a negative experience with being in a hydrotherapy machine, then they're never going to do the exercise ever again. Yeah. So, oh, very well done, Stallone. Come on, puppy. Yay!
It's good that he's food motivated.
He is extremely food motivated. So when he first came in, like I told you, he couldn't stand.
Yeah.
But whenever we brought a bowl of food right in front of his face, he's like, oh, he picks up and he tries. He wants to, but obviously he couldn't.
Right.
So Stallone has been like an absolute delight to have in physio, especially with getting him to exercise, just because he's so food obsessed, you know. And a lot of people wonder how we get street dogs to do things that we want them to do, and it's mainly because they are driven by food. And the other thing is we do spend a lot of time in creating a bond with them, so they do trust us to do things that is not very natural to them. Yeah. So let's let Stallone finish off his hydrotherapy session. I want to show you guys our other patient, Vico. And before we get to Vico's exercise regime, I'd like to show you how Vico was when he first started physio. So Vico's a really unique case, yeah? Like he's been in the Soi Dog hospital for 7 months now. So he came in June of 2017, motor vehicle accident, like most of the dogs that we see here. And he was completely unable to stand up with his hind legs. So Vico's front legs are functioning normally, and if you see the way he's sitting, that's not how normal dogs sit. So Vico has a problem with proprioception, which is body position awareness, and incoordination, and that is because of the spinal cord trauma that he has sustained after being hit by a car. So for a long period of time, the exercise that we did for Vico was just getting him to stand, because he was unable to stand on his own. And once he was able to stand for a long period of time, we did swimming. But Vico, unlike Stallone, he didn't like the water very much. So then once he was able to do land-based exercises, that was our main focus with Vico. So I'll show you a video. So he started physiotherapy at the end of August, and this is a video of Vico walking when he first came into therapy. So you can see that he's really uncoordinated in his hind limbs, and he keeps collapsing when he walks. Alright. And you will see Vico as he does his exercise now. It's actually quite a miracle. He was our Christmas miracle here at the Soi Dog Foundation. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Vico. Are you ready? Are you ready?
So as Dr. Priya gets set up, for those that are joining you, my name's Nicole. We're actually going through a few physiotherapy sessions with Dr. Priya here at our new dog hospital. So hopefully you can see their Christmas miracle.
Alright, so with Vico, he's pretty much at the final stages of recovery, where we are getting him to do a lot more exercises that's based on strengthening, as well as coordinating his movement. So today he's not going to be in the dry treadmill, but he has therapy every single day. So he has land-based exercise here, alternated with dry treadmill because he doesn't like water. Yeah. So we've chosen the peanut exercise. This is equivalent to the human balance ball. Yeah. So what we're trying to get Rico to do is work on his core muscles, which are his abdominal muscles, his spinal muscles, and the upper part of his quadriceps and hamstring. So the balance ball is a very uneven surface, and as it moves, he will need to use these muscles to stabilize himself. And of course, we never leave a dog unsupported on the peanut, just because even though they're really confident and they're doing it well, accidents do happen and we don't want him falling off, which is quite counterproductive. What?
So you were saying that Rico doesn't like water, and I'm guessing a lot of the street dogs in Phuket haven't really seen water or touched water, so it's probably something scary or new to them.
Absolutely.
What do you do when you try the hydrotherapy and that doesn't work? You have to basically think of a whole new game plan.
Absolutely. So that's what makes working as a physical therapist here really challenging, because at home, where we are so used to companion animals, they go for swims, you know, they jump into the river, into the ocean, and water is a natural part of their lives, you know. Whereas here, so we don't quickly give up in the hydrotherapy machine. Like I said, we do short sessions trying to build their confidence. We use a lot of treats. We use a lot of treats, but like with Rico, if they're really not game and they don't walk very well in the hydrotherapy unit, that is what the land-based exercises come in handy. And in fact, that's a really good question, Nicole, because a lot of people associate physiotherapy with just hydrotherapy. However, there are a couple of reasons why we won't be able to use the hydrotherapy machine with all our physical therapy patients. And number one is obviously behavior. So if they're really fearful and they don't train well in the hydrotherapy unit, then we don't put them in water. But that doesn't mean there's nothing else we can do for them, yeah? And the second reason is skin infection, which is a very common disease here in Thailand in the street dogs, you know, and sometimes the skin infection here takes weeks and weeks to resolve. So it doesn't mean that we can't do anything for them. So the hydrotherapy unit is a bonus, but there are many other things that we can do early on in their healing stage, hey? Nice. So the next thing Rico's going to do is the cavaletti rails. So let's see him perform. Come on, Rico.
Another food motivated dog here.
Yeah, he loves his treats.
And what do you do when you have a dog that might not be so food motivated when they're, you know, a bit nervous?
Yeah, do you know, that is a very challenging situation. Unfortunately, fortunately, I guess, I've never come across a dog here that won't take food. Usually when they don't take the treats, it's because they don't trust us, so that's why they hesitate. So we work on building trust, and once that is there, they generally tend to take treats.
It's obviously not camera shy. He's smiling right into the camera.
Yeah. exercises for Rico. So in physiotherapy, these exercises, there are many indications for it, I guess. But for Rico in particular, it's to stimulate his coordination. So, like I said before, he has a problem with proprioception, which is body position awareness. So as he goes through the rails, what he needs to do every time he hits the rail or he feels it is to be stimulated to pick up that leg.
Right.
So when they're walking on ground without these barriers, it's very easy for them to just sort of like scoot around without really picking up their legs, yeah? So with this exercise in particular, plus the figure of 8, we're stimulating his coordination of movement when he comes across barriers, as well as when he's going through turns. Alright, so let's do the peanut again. Rico?
How long did you say that Rico has been doing physiotherapy with you now?
So he started in August 2017.
And how do you determine how long a dog is going to need physiotherapy, when to start changing the routine?
Yeah. So generally with orthopedic issues, it's a lot more predictable, their healing process. So with orthopedic issues, you're looking at about 6 to 8 weeks of physical therapy. And the aim of physical therapy with all these patients that come through Soi Dog is to get them functional. Because if they're functional, they can move without pain or discomfort, then they're going to be able to gain muscle bulk and they'll go on to lead a really happy, well life. However, with neurological patients, it's a lot more complicated because we don't have very much information on how the nervous system heals or how long it's going to take to heal. So with them, we really do not know. So with Rico, the reason why I said he's our Christmas miracle is because in November last year, I did a complete physical exam and he was still collapsing. He was unable to coordinate his movement. And what we did is we changed his exercise regime around a little. And Christmas Eve, I checked him, yeah? And he was able to move very well. Now, whether that's because of the change of exercise regime or whether that's just because his body just needed extra time to heal, that I can't be too certain of. But with neurological patients, I'm never too quick to say, all right, this dog is not going to be able to walk again. And I will try as long as they show some progress, I will try. My plan with Rico is to keep him here in our main hospital area for another 5 months to sort of see whether or not he has any more progress in another 5 months to come. Good boy, Bubby. Very well.
For most severe physiotherapy cases from road traffic accidents?
Absolutely, yeah. So most of the dogs that we have here in Ortho and Physio is because of road traffic accidents, yeah. And it's really good that the Soi Dog Foundation saw the importance of having a physiotherapy unit associated with their orthopedic unit because it just seems logical to help the animal recover after sustaining such severe trauma. If you were a human and you went in for surgery for a broken pelvis or a broken leg, your doctor's not going to pat you on the back and say, so long, get better soon, right? You'll be referred to physio. So it's really great. I'm really happy to know that Soi Dog Foundation supporters made this hospital and purchasing a hydrotherapy unit possible, you know. Thank you very much. So, come on, Rico, we're going to do that exercise again. Good boy.
For those of us joining us just now, we're actually watching a dog named Rico do some physiotherapy. To the supporters that support us already, thank you so much. To the people watching us, if you want to support us, join us on Facebook Lives next time as well, but also our website, our Facebook, and you can see what your donations are doing for the dogs here in Thailand.
Home run. Home run, buddy. All done. Well done, Nicole. Well Well done. Right. Awesome. Well done. Yay! He's a very happy dog, isn't he?
He looks like he's smiling.
Yeah. So Rico's pretty much done, and although that doesn't seem like very much, Nicole, what we've done, we have to keep in mind that these dogs are weak and they're recovering, so we try not to exercise them to the point of exhaustion. We try to create just a happy balance where they're motivated, we build confidence, we get them interactive, and just have fun. Yeah. So Rico's going to go home now, and what I like to show you guys is Stallone and the exercises we do for Stallone, because they both have very difficult neurological problems. So Rico's a lot more severe than Stallone. Rico has a hind leg problem, so both his back legs are not functioning very well. The aim of therapy was to strengthen and help him coordinate his movement. Whereas with Stallone, he's only got the right forelimb that's a little bit weak. So of course, the exercises that we've chosen for Stallone is to get him to build strength in the forelimb and just help him move around a lot better. Yeah. Alright. So it's the dog. Hello. Hello, buddy. Happy chappy.
I don't think I've ever
Treats.
Yeah, treats.
I mean, like
Candy.
Oh, I was thinking more strawberries, blueberries, you know, something
Oh, the
healthy
healthy
like that.
stuff.
Yeah, all the healthy stuff.
Oh, maybe you could dip them in chocolate for it, and then I'll start doing more push-ups then.
Yeah. Well, that would get you motivated.
Yes, exactly.
So this exercise is a doggy push-up. Come on, Dylan. Upsy daisy. Ah, good boy. So the main postural muscle in the forelimb is the triceps muscle. And with the push-up, we are getting Stallone to strengthen his triceps. Good boy. Well done. So we keep stepping down and stepping up. We're hoping to strengthen this particular muscle. Now, as he does the exercise, you will notice that he's a lot stronger in the left leg compared to the right leg, yeah? So he's not putting too much weight on that. So what I tend to do is support him. So down and up, push up, yay! He's awesome. He's such a great dog to work with, like I said before, because he's just so food motivated. He'll just do pretty much anything.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Have you had any really challenging cases with dogs?
To be honest, the most challenging cases are just the ones with neurological condition. Behaviorally, not very much, because we don't tend to throw them in the deep end. We always work at building trust with them. Even so, a really fearful dog, we won't do exercises. We'll spend maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks doing massage, range of motion, giving them treats, building this trust. So even the most aggressive dogs tend to mellow up to us, you know? And once we have that confidence, then we do exercises. So I actually behaviorally have not had anything challenging. It's more their medical condition.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Come on, good boy. Alright, so we're going to move on to some balancing exercises here. Good boy. So he'll need to learn how to balance. So I do help him a little bit, just because you can see he's still a little weak on that leg. Good boy. Oh, where the treats, Stallone? Let's Priya run out of treats. Priya's run out of treats. Good boy. Good boy.
And for Stallone, the ultimate goal is to have him fully recovered, or will he always kind of have a bit of weakness in his forearm?
So with Stallone, I think he's actually at a stage where he's going to be moved out to our runs now. Yay, exactly, because he is functional. He can use that limb quite well. He can move around, he can get out of trouble. And muscle, Nicole, always tends to take a long time to recover. So if a dog's not using the muscle, say for about 2 months, it's going to take them 4 months to get back the muscle bulk, yeah? So that's no reason for us to keep a dog in our hospital treatment area for that period of time. So as long as he is able to walk, because when he came in, he was recumbent, not able to stand, not able to walk. So from that to now, this is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Yeah, so because he can do that, oops. All right, okay. I think he's all right to be moved outside.
Very
Make
exciting.
some friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Make some friends. Good boy. So Stallone's gonna go on the peanut. Today is Stallone's second time doing the peanut exercise. So let's see how he performs on the peanut today, alright? Come on, Bubby. Alright. Yay! Peanut! Good boy. So you can see compared to Rico, Stallone's a lot more comfortable on the peanut. He's a lot more confident. And I do find the more confident the animal, the speedier the recovery, just because they're not fearful of starting exercises soon. So as I mentioned before, like if an animal's fearful, they don't trust a human, then we have to spend quite a bit of time building that trust and confidence before we do stuff like this with them.
Right.
Yeah. Good boy, Stallone.
Yeah, you can definitely come to the gym with me.
Anytime, Nicole. For you, anytime.
Thank you.
Good boy, buddy. So this is his triceps. I just thought I'll point it out because it's pretty obvious when he's standing here. And you can see that he's got quite a little baby triceps muscle belly there. But all the exercises that I'm trying to get Stallone to do is hold his posture upright, because as I mentioned before, the triceps muscle is the major postural muscle in the forelimb, and if we can build strength in his triceps, he will be able to look and move like a normal dog. All right, puppy. Oh boy. All right. So we'll repeat those exercises again. Start with the step-ups. Come on, sweetheart, let's go.
Yeah, where are the treats?
Good boy.
And how long have you been here at Soi Dog?
So I've worked in Soi Dog for coming up to 6 months now. Actually, time flies so fast when you're having fun.
Yes.
But prior to that, Nicole, I was in Australia for the last 11.5 years. I studied at Melbourne University, and I worked in Melbourne pretty much right up to last year when I started work here. Yeah. And I do enjoy it here at Soi Dog, mainly because I feel like I'm helping dogs that will not get help otherwise, you know? We have really good quality vets in Australia looking after companion animals, care for companion animals, and it was nice to be part of that community, and now it's nice to be part of this community where we're looking after street dogs. Yeah. Alright, puppy. Okay, so
someone's just asked us, what does the peanut do for the dog just by him standing on it?
yeah, so the peanut works on strengthening. So we're strengthening the core muscles in the dog, so the abdominal muscles, spinal muscles, and the proximal part of the quadriceps and hamstring. And it's a really great exercise, I guess, to generally strengthen the body of the animal. Yeah, so we definitely use it quite a bit here. Yeah.
I'm guessing you use it with different cases as well?
Absolutely, yeah. Not just Stallone's cases. We incorporate it for most of our physiotherapy, therapeutic exercise regimes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Bubby. Let's finish off strong, Stallone. Come on. Good boy.
Right up there.
Yeah. You can tell the second time around, you know, they are a lot quicker, because it takes, even with dogs, I guess, it takes them a while to warm up, right? Good boy. So, like right now, I'm not supporting too much, so he needs to balance all on his own.
It's pretty amazing how excited they are. I know there's food involved, but you know, for a lot of these dogs, this is something completely new.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's just amazing to see that they're not fearful of new exercises, where you get some dogs that probably wouldn't be enjoying this.
Yeah. I think most of them, once they come into close contact with humans, right, they do enjoy the connection that they share with people,
Right.
and we enjoy the connection that we share with them, you know,
Exactly.
and to see their personalities blossom throughout, you know, especially with Stallone and Rico that have been here in hospital for so long. They come in scared, usually aggressive because they are in pain and they're fearful,
Yeah.
and to see them blossom, you know, it's really, really amazing.
It must be rewarding for you to
Yeah.
see the progress.
Absolutely. So finish up on the peanut, buddy, and then you're done.
All right.
Okay. So usually the second time round, I do it for much shorter, just because they are already fatigued from doing the exercise. And let's keep in mind that Stallone was in the hydrotherapy unit prior to these exercises. And as I mentioned before, you don't want to exercise them to the point of exhaustion, yeah? All right, good buddy. Good boy. You're a superstar, Stallone. Look at you. Look at you. And so the reason I move the treats around is that shifts his body weight. And that way he needs to use, he's challenged to use his muscles a lot. All right, last one. Well done, buddy. All right, guys, so I think you sort of got a good preview into what happens here at Soi Dog Physio.
Yeah,
a lot
thank
of
you.
exciting stuff. Yeah.
I just want to remind that we are live today here at Soi Dog Foundation in Phuket, Thailand. To those that support us already, thank you so much. And to those that want to support us, we really appreciate any support, volunteering, donating. Thank you, Dr. Priya and Stallone, our star, for showing us around today.
You're very welcome.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye.